Hello everybody, welcome back to some more MEGABONK. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're doing 100 anvil build on MEGABONK. Now you might be thinking or wondering, what does that even do? And honestly, the fact of the matter is, 95 of these are not going to be doing a whole lot. Can I be honest with you? I'm going to take the Chaos Tome, dude. I'm going to take the Chaos Tome. 95 of these are basically going to be doing absolutely nothing. We're finally back live on twitch.tv as well, by the way. But I thought it would look good just to have 100. I thought that would be like a cool thing to just see what it looks like to have them. Anvil is really, really simple. We're going to take the extra jumps. It is an item that allows you to get an extra stat roll on a potential upgrade when rolling for an item. There's honestly not that many items in the game that allow you to have, like, I think 5 or more stat upgrades. So our build is going to be a little bit limited in some regards, and that's going to be bow, dice, chonkers, and also the revolver. Those are like the 4, and one of them, I can't even remember which one. One of them is only got 4 upgrades, I think, instead of 5. So we're not going to be getting the maximum out of it, to be fair. But nevertheless, it will be at the very least interesting to see how powerful we get when we're not really, we're not like, you know, we're not gonna go for a damage tome. We're not gonna go for anything like that. We're just gonna grab some stuff and see what happens here. Epic booster random stat 2.4. Ooh, crit chance and luck. It wasn't that interesting. Your son's a month old. I've been sick for a whole month, man. I remember when you were when you had the kid, and now it's already a month old, man. Dear Lord in heaven. Dear Lord. Oh my God, I'm walking into them. It's crazy what being sick will do to a man. You know what? We'll take that. Even though it's a common, the amount of stats that go up with it every single time you actually upgrade it is absolutely insane. Like, it's absolutely insane, man. It makes no sense. Yeah, welcome to some modded MEGABONK. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Feels good to be back on Twitch. I mean, we gotta take the rare. Admittedly, though, it's been... listen, I feel like I have a tsundere approach to twitch.tv, man, but I do miss it dearly when I'm actually not on it. It's like, as much as Tom is like probably the bane of my existence, and I've had like a week-long vacation, maybe slightly more than a week-long vacation from him, coming back and then him being one of the first people in the chat, basically being like, immediately instigating me in some regard, it feels good. It feels good to know we never left. Oh, there's also, I should say as well, I don't know what the button is. Yeah, RT on the controller. There's a new feature to the game, which is pretty neat. We now have maps. Also, charge shrines are marked in a different way than other objects around the map as well. So you can see that they're kind of like a more bluey green, as opposed, and I don't even want to say color because I might get it wrong. Compared to the regular green that is like your statues, your shady dealers, your shrines of every different kind. So it's worth keeping in mind. Like now, I only like on this patch kind of did the chaos thing to get the Chaos Tome. Like the quest, it's like make sure you have to get every single charge shrine without leaving it. And I only did that because like I actually do have a means of seeing what the hell the map is saying now, which was difficult before, I think. It was difficult to see like where everything was and what it was doing. Would you believe I've had the opportunity to get a poem of mine published? I'm so shocked to see that you write poetry, Tom. I don't know what it is, man. It's a scary thought. Wait, we're still looking for the revolver. In fact, I'm actually unsure. I don't think I have it toggled off. We'll keep our eyes and ears open here. Oh, a rare dice. I know it sounds like a fanfic. I swear it's true. But that's good. Take that opportunity. You should absolutely take that opportunity. Follow your dreams. Get your poetry published. Maybe be a little bit nicer to me as well. I'm happy for you though. I'm gonna keep moving though. Honestly, I think we can risk another boss. I'm feeling good. Maybe it's the music leading me to a false sense of security. take chunkers. That is pretty cool. I've told this story before, but I appreciate there's some people that maybe come from Megabonk that aren't familiar with this story. I once plagiarized the entire story, well, not the entire story of Death Note. I basically, imagine if you will, the Death Note live action Netflix movie, right? That level of writing. Once I had to do a creative writing essay in high school, and they want you to like write a little short story or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna basically write Death Note again, but it's like in my high school, which ended up, this was years before the Netflix adaptation, so like I think I was onto something, if I'm being honest with you. And dude, I won an award for it, man. It was so bad and it was so blatantly Death Note, like literally I called it Death Notes. I just added an S onto the end. It was like, you know what, send it. I won an award in high school for it. They were like, teachers were like, this is insane. How the hell did he come up with this premise? And then one of the teaching assistants, as he was leaving the room, when they came in to tell me that like my thing had won an award, he just like walked up to my desk on his own after everybody else had left. He was like, "So you like Death Note, huh?" And I was like, "Yep." And then he just went and then walked away. My goat, no snitches here, man, no snitches. I have no idea what they would have done if they had found out that I had like almost entirely plagiarized that story, man. But bless the Lord, I had the goat watching out for me. Don't even know who the guy was, man. I feel like I'd never recognized him in my life, but it felt good, man. Love people not snitching. I've had like a few run-ins in situations where I probably should have been snitched on, or like was in an opportunity to be snitched on, and I didn't, and I bless the Lord every day for that. I remember smacking a kid in the face like real hard. Like I slapped him like right in the face. Probably like one of the only acts of violence I've committed upon another person. And to be fair, it was because it was for a valiant well, I don't know about a valiant reason, but I felt justified in doing so. And other people were like, I'm glad you did that, because I was about to do that. This like really annoying kid who was like a year below me was like pinning a kid called Adil, who was in my year, against the wall. And Adil was like pretty heavily like non-functionally autistic, so like he didn't really know what was going on, and was like kind of scared. So I had just like walloped the guy in the face like as hard as I could, and like I've never seen like tears immediately come to a person's face as quickly as that moment. And oh, spicy meatball. Yeah, after that, like obviously he went and told the teacher, but like he had no idea who I was, man. Like I was like fucking lightning, and I was also like the wind, man. I slapped him, tears in his eyes. He couldn't see. Oh, what just happened? Ah. And then I make out like a bandit. Head teacher comes into my classroom. Bearing in mind, we were walking to class when this happened, so everybody saw it, dude. Everyone saw what happened, man. Everybody saw. Not a single person. People were looking at me, but nobody snitched, man. It was good. It was a good feeling. It's a super valid reason. I think so too, yeah. Even, like the kind of like popular, I'd for Americans, I'd say like preppy, I'd say is a good description of him. He was like a rugby player, very popular guy. Rugby, if you're not familiar, in the US is you know, if you're a rugby player, it's like being an American football player, I suppose. Like it was like it's not an important thing necessarily, because like it is what it is, but at least as far as like the social hierarchy goes, you know, it can be a big deal. And he was like, I was gonna do that too. So like I was like, I'm pretty fucking justified, I think, in what I've just done. That being said though, try explaining that to somebody, you know? I'm not an advocate for violence. I'm not an advocate for violence either. To be honest, I think I might just be having a bad day, dude, to be honest with you. I need to be careful, by the way, because I'm going to die. I need to figure something out here. RossBoomsocks is real spicy and real nice, so. I'm actually a little bit sad because I did not take XP. I took Chaos instead because I thought it would be fun, but then here we are. Okay, we keep going though. Oh my god, there's a lot of stone golems here. You know what though? Oh, do you know what? I'm realizing I'm not low health because of any reason. It's Kevin. It's Kevin that's getting me to low. That's why. Here we go. Coward's Cloak. Cursed Doll. Nothing like crazy spicy here. Moldy cheese. A lot of moldy cheeses though. It feels good to see that so many people think that moldy cheese is the absolute goat though. Spiky shield. Nah, I'll take it. Could use a little bit of armor probably actually. You've been sick a lot recently? I have, yeah. 2-week constipation, backflipping into shingles is pretty swag if you ask me. Nobody does it like me. But the thing is, the shingles was because I think my immune system. I spoke to my doctor. Obviously, I went to go see him again. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm back. I'm sorry to see you. Sorry to be here again. But he was like, it's probably because my immune system got cooked from being sick the first time that it reactivated. Like basically, it's just like basically just chickenpox too. Beep, beep. What's your most near-death experience? I don't know, probably when I was like a kid, trying to learn how to swim, and then I got like kicked by somebody else in the pool, and then I just started bobbing towards the deep end, and then had a very bad time panicking and not being able to like get back to the shallow end, and then somebody had to come save me. I was very close to getting like actually cooked in that scenario, so I don't know. That's probably my genuinely closest time closest like stroke with death, I suppose. Nothing crazy, but it did make me scared of like I still don't know how to swim, so definitely like had an effect on me. I'm downplaying it a little bit, but like it's is your home plumbing still okay? No. Wait, I don't even. How much do you know about my life right now? Because I'm like, how much have I actually revealed about my life? No, I'm not. I'm like, everything is breaking at a near constant rate. I had to have a plumber over like a couple days ago just because rare. Take that. I'm quite keen with getting like the luck up still, you know. Nah, get more luck. Yeah, I had to get a plumber over. Turns out there was like a thing down the line that was messed up or broke. I don't know what was going on, man, but it was just annoying. It was horrendous. So that's like $200 again, like disintegrating into the ether that you can't do anything about because sometimes life just goes. You gotta make some expensive payments here and there for no reason. Just like the universe mandated every like 2 or 3 days, there is something in your life that will require like 20 or 30 quid, and that's it. It's not a lot, but every couple of days, something's like, and it's gonna be 20, 30 bucks. Chong Plate's pretty good, by the way. I'm liking that. A little bit of healing. Can it? I think it can outpace Kevin actually as well. If I can get like a little bit more lifesteal. Something to outpace Kevin. The house get flooded? No. To be fair, the toilet. Oh, another cactus. Okay. Oh, actually, that's really good with cactus. Hold on, I'm realizing that I should be able to fire out a lot of stuff here. Get dice upgrade. The toilet was flooding from the base because it was like something was going on with it. But I got a guy in with a camera who stuck it into the pipes, and you got to get like a real proper 4K like panorama of my poo. I honestly, I think if I asked him, I think he would actually provide me with the footage, which I would not be asking him for. But yeah, nah, there was just like some, like, there was just a blockage down the pipe or something like that. I don't even know if it was like from me. I think it was like because there was like tree roots or something. And there was something down there anyway. Honestly, I have put the toilet through its paces a little bit, admittedly, from being sick. So I wouldn't like blame it if it was like I'm tired, boss. Like the guy from the Green Mile, like you can't go on any longer. I'm tired, boss. Oh man, I use I'm Tired Boss so much for not having watched Green Mile in like literally 25 years, I think, or something. I think I watched it at like my stepbrother's place when I was like far too young to be watching the Green Mile. Hello Mimir, how you doing, mate? You gotta put that sucker out of his misery. I kinda can't, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd love to like retire the toilet and be like, you're good, man. Like, it's time to rest. But like, it's one of those things. It is unfortunately in indentured servitude, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon, man. You can't just be like, I think I might just like start pooing in the garden. Actually, I might go biodiversity mode and start just everything's compost, bro. Like, trust me, dude. I love the like minute amount of time I saw on the internet about. When I say minute amount of time, I mean it was like a tweet. There was a tweet thread that got retweeted because people were making fun of it. People talking about biodiversity gardens, which was basically what my garden was up until like about 4 months ago when I kind of started getting into gardening a little bit with B. I'm trying to take care of. Oh, quite like that actually. Trying to get into like looking after the garden a little bit. If you don't know what biodiversity is, it basically means you do not look after your garden in any way and it becomes a jungle, but you claim that it's for the environment, which is the difference. Which is which is very good, very good. We love biodiversity. But yeah, the two neighbors on either side of us make us look like we've never touched our garden in our entire lives. We've been trying, man, but like it's so, and in my defense, right? They're old, okay, and that's not to say that young people can't garden as well, right? But they're retired, right? Or they're not got a whole lot of shit going on, and obviously I'm not trying, and it's probably gonna be me as well. I'm not trying to say that like it's like a stereotypical old person thing to be doing, but like fucking, I'm telling you, man, like it's kind of like when a male hits 30 years old and he hits a crossroads in his life where he decides if he likes poker or not, and that's kind of when a lot of men get into it. Or it's like that, you hit 64 years old, you're about to hit maybe retirement age depending on what country you're in, and then it's like, are you gonna be a fucking gardener? Yes or no? Yes or no? Answer right now. You make that decision. All of a sudden it just clicks in your brain. You're like, holy shit, gardening rocks, man. You want me to get an outhouse and then reuse your shit is for habanero peppers? I don't want to do that. Can I be honest? The thing is, I see a lot of people posting about how you should grow your own vegetables, and dude, I've got so many cactuses. You're like stupid if you don't. But I'll be honest with you, man, that shit take forever. And also, like, how many, like, you have to have like so much land to be able to, and time, might I add, to be able to like grow any level of sustainable food, man. I'm like, I could grow a mint plant or like some parsley or some bullshit like that, like some herbs that you don't have to, you know, really maintain too much of. I've got like a little planter thing to eventually, when I can find the time to do so, try and propagate some lavender. But I don't know, man. I just don't see it in my head as being a realistic expectation for any human being, man. Plus, I love the GMO, man. I want a tomato that's the size of my head for £1, man. I don't want fucking... I don't care, man. Pump them full of chicken steroids, bro. Let it ride, man. I don't care. Beefy ring, really nice, lovely. Boost a random stat for me. Give me that revolver. Dice upgrade. Revolver. We're not like a high level, but when you consider the fact that like every single one of our items is like 5 times as many upgrades on it as it should be, That's kind of something. We're level 53, but we're like, we are one-shotting basically everything here, which is lovely. You don't want to add your own lead and microplastics? That's true. I might add my own lead and microplastics. I might just like crack open jewels and pour them into the soil just to make sure that I'm making it like bootleg jewel pods, man. Just to make sure that I'm making it as fucked up as possible for myself. I get the real experience. Oh, a giant fork. Interesting, interesting. I should buy this because I have got Kevin, which will earn me money. And that's an investment. That's what we call an investment opportunity. You can get a big bag of seeds. It's also cheaper to get seeds from... You can get a big bag of seeds for $5. I appreciate that, but like, I don't have the land for that, man. That's the problem. It's not like sowing the seeds or planting the seeds. It's like if you're trying to make like any level of sustainable, like if you're trying to make like enough food to like live on for any length of time. And granted, a man can't live on bread alone. So like I'm certainly not gonna like sustain myself with like habanero peppers. Yeah, you gotta have a lot of land, man. How many anvils do you have? I got a couple anvils, yeah. You could say that, yeah. You could say I got a couple anvils. I think I do have enough for that fork. Is it 6k? Yeah, it's about 6k. Or is it 4.8k? I can't remember. Nevertheless. Do you know what? I've got a weird thing with this controller. If I press RT, it makes me run forward. And I've never been able to figure out why that is the case. But it does my nutting. I genuinely, like, it pees me off to no end. And oh my god, a soul harvester. I don't mind if I do. Free chest. It's certainly... you know what, man? Yeah, you're right. It beats spending $30 a week. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't spend $30 a week on peppers. I don't think I spend $30 a week on any one specific thing. So, like, going through, like, a harvest season for that one... This is a lot of fucking forward planning, man. Admittedly, like, B is the one that's in charge of the meal plan for the week. So, like, my ass is, like, completely clueless. But, like, God help me if, like, I had to be like, right, sweetheart, you gotta plan, like, 3 months in advance for when the harvest season comes. And God help us if it is a poor harvest that this year. I mean, it's only worth it if it's like one thing. Yeah, you're probably right. To be honest, man, I'm scared as well. I'm scared for numerous reasons. But, like, one of which that can't be understated is the fact that, like, I get squirrels in my... Well, I used to get them in my house, but thankfully I think they've been replaced with rats at this point, which is still bad, but also, I don't know, man. I don't have the mental fortitude to deal with it right now. But yeah, like, squirrels, because you know what? 12% lifesteal? Big fan of that. You think? Uncommon bow? Give me luck tome. Yeah, we were planting sunflowers. Wait, we're not planting. We were taking care of sunflowers, I suppose, in the garden. And it went badly because they were kind of like run down when we first got them. But we thought, you know what? It's cheap, like $2. We'll get, you know, some sunflowers and see what we can do. So they kind of died off, but then they came back and they were looking big and they were looking bright and they were looking sunflowery, man. Like, I was impressed. I was very much looking forward to seeing what these babies could do. Anyway, go out one day and they are all fucked up. Like, they are torn apart. Everything is like, just looks like shit on them, right? Like, something bad has happened to these sunflowers. And, like, bees, like, have the neighbors, like, come into the garden and started, like, tearing their shit apart? Like, do they hate us? No, it's squirrels. The squirrels, like, ate some of it, but then they apparently also will tear up and, like, ruin potential food sources for other animals so that they can't eat it, which is a bit of a dick move if I could be so bold. And yeah, so imagine my ass putting, you know what, I'll take that. Imagine my ass putting, like, an actual genuine, like, crop in my garden only for like squirrels to come in and completely ruin it, man, you know? I just don't think I don't think I could do it. Going out tending to them and then like a rodent just murdering absolutely all of it, man. It would ruin my life, I think. I don't think I'd have the heart for it. Another moldy cheese! You sexy little sausage. Right, I gotta kill a bunch of chat barks here. Our damage is crazy though. But we are so low level, like it's nuts, man. Like, Anvil's going, man. You can have a little bit of fun with it. You don't have to take XP because you'll be so strong. Okay, you're giving me credit cards now, aren't you? I think they sped up the animation to go into chess as well. You live in Glasgow. You live in Glasgow? What rats? Or are you talking about squirrels or rats here, Tom? What are you saying? Squirrels are cute. I'm on a hard disagree angle with you. And anyone that has experienced a squirrel being inside their home will 110% agree with me and will fight you probably on that as well. They're the worst, man. That's why you get a rifle and go exterminate that vermin. Have a little garden stakeout. I don't have the soul imprint on me that would allow me to do that. As much as like I have like been the end of squirrels by virtue of calling a guy in and then him putting a trap down and it catching a squirrel, I'm not looking to do the deed myself. I'm more like looking for like the baron of an estate that like tells the guards or tells his lackeys and henchmen to go seize a peasant, you know? I'm not looking to get my hands dirty myself. Because like once I shoot that animal, I guess I could leave it for the foxes, but then I don't want the foxes to get an idea that there's gonna be like squirrels in the garden that they can come and eat anytime they want. And then I've got a bunch of foxes in the garden. Then I gotta hire some coyotes or something, and then the coyotes are like, well, there's a fucking lot of foxes here, so we're gonna breed and hang out here. And then I gotta hire a guy, and then there's a bunch of guys there. They're like, oh, this guy will pay us if we kill all these coyotes. So then the coyotes get bred, and then the guys are breeding, well, maybe, I don't know. And then I gotta hire like a bomb, and then the bombs are like, you know, and it's just a fucking, it's snake and mongoose situation. I really don't want to have to do that, man. There are coyotes in Scotland. There's not. I'd have to hire them, fly them in. I'd have to import them, and then I'd be in the news for introducing like wild coyotes to the Scottish population. It'd be a mess, man. It just wouldn't be worth it. That's all I think. A bomb to get rid of guys. Yeah. Like a nuclear bomb, but one that only destroys the not even, I don't want it to damage the land either, just the garden, not the house. I don't want it to just damage the house either, because I'm in there, so. This chonker's kind of saving me, man. Or just reuse the dead squirrel carcass as the compost to propagate the garden. I don't want to touch it, man, either. Even with gloves on. I don't want to look at it, dude. I don't want to see them alive. Never mind dead, dude. Like, listen, red squirrels, they're chill. Red squirrels are chill, okay? They're completely... I got no beef with red squirrels as an animal. You want to come in, I'll give you a little hazelnut or walnut or something like that. I'll give you a conker, and then we can have a cup of tea or something and chill out. If you're a grey squirrel, though, it is on site, motherfucker. I'm telling you. And when I say it's on site, I mean I'm gonna look at you from behind the window pane and I'm gonna be like, better not come near this house because I'm gonna call a guy. I'm gonna call a guy. What does Charlie do all day? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. My cat does absolutely fuck all. He's a freeloading bastard. He doesn't pay rent. He fucking lies around like he pays rent, but he does not pay rent. I've tried to have conversations with him about it, but like he just calls my bluff every time, and I'm powerless. There's a power dynamic that like is not spoken of much. I honestly like I've like Charlie has like killed mice before. I've seen him playing with his food. I know he's got like a little bit of the killer instinct in him, but I honestly like squirrels are like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times the size of a mouse. I don't know if he's got that dog in him, if I'm honest with you, man. Because now you're starting to scale up. It's like, yeah, I can pick up a spider and throw it outside because I'm like 100 times, like I know more than 100 times. I'm like 10,000 times its size or whatever, right? But if there was a spider the size of a mouse, suddenly I'm not Billy Big Balls anymore, man. Suddenly I'm not so brave, you know? Like when we were trying to clear the block, when I say we, as if I was doing anything, I was just standing next to him like his apprentice. When the plumber was trying to clear the blockage, he opened up like a grate outside my house that I did not know even existed. And I've lived here for 5 years. It was like a stank thing that he pulled up. And there was some big motherfuckers in there. There was some huge spiders, man. And they were called like false widows. And apparently they can actually bite you and shit. But they don't go anywhere near places with humans, which I'm very blessed about. It wasn't a septic tank. I don't really know what it was. It was just like a little thing that went into the main sewer system. But anyway, not the point. There were some big ass spiders, man. I don't know what it was, man. I'm not a plumber. You're asking the wrong guy. I can give you the guy's number. You can call him. You can ask him what the thing was that we were looking at. But it wasn't like a tank. It was just like a pipe that you could pull a thing off and see the sewers going. Like you could see the runoff going into the main sewers, man. Like honestly, it might be cool because I could be like, I'm about to flush the toilet with a big floater. Do you want to go open the grate and see if you can see my poo go past? That'd be fun. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not like, listen, if I'm not looking, yeah, exactly. I'm not looking to learn any plumbing wizardry. If I was looking, to be fair, I did pull the bath apart, which I was impressed at, and I was even more impressed that I put it back together. My brother came over with like dude, this is gonna sound like, for Americans that are like, you know, watching, I'll give an analogy afterwards, but I went to B&Q, and they didn't, I asked the guy if they sell plungers, expecting like him, because it's a big store, right? And he told me no, and I could not believe for even a minute that was what was happening. And for Americans or anybody else, B&Q is basically Home Depot. If you imagine if you went to Home Depot and asked for a toilet plunger and they were like, no, we don't have a clue, man. No idea what you're asking for. It was genuinely like, I didn't even know what to do, man. I went across the street to like a different, like, it was like a houseware store. They had plungers, but they were like, it was like a $2.99 plastic plunger that did absolutely nothing to help me. My brother came over with like this most fucky like Wish plunger ever, man. It was so, it made a weird noise. Oh, dude, it was such a disaster. And then we poured all this stuff down the sinkhole, and then we called a plumber afterwards because it didn't work. It is crazy, Larry. A hardware store did not sell like one of the most basic sorry. I mean, maybe one of the most bathroom essentials you could ever need. Granted, one that I should have already owned at this point, but to be honest, I have never had a block, so. But this was a bad one. When you flush the toilet and then like water starts coming up from the bath and the sink, and you're like, so it's a scary one. It's a scary one. Maybe you just got a shit employee. I don't know, man. He definitely, I could tell he was a gamer, and I'll leave it at that. I could tell that like me and him would have gotten on if it weren't for the fact he was in the process of being the most useless employee to ever grace my presence. Oh, by the way, Peace Manho, thank you so much for the sub, by the way. I greatly appreciate it. And Ramako, my fed, thank you so much for the sub as well. Just checked on their site, you got straight up lied to. No, I didn't. Because I was in the section where there would, because I found a wire snake. And to his credit, he did show me a plunger, but it was a plunger that was this size. It was like a plunger that you give to like a little boy who wants to be a plumber when he grows up so that he can see what one looks like and have one that's his size. I was like, what is this gonna do for me? It's gonna do nothing for me, is it? And it didn't. And I didn't even buy it, man. I'm like, I'm not spending like $9.99 on like a children's playset plunger, man. Like, what is this? Wait, what toilet is this for, man? What does this? What is this? It's probably online only, or it's in stock at your local B&Q, but not mine. Which is probably more likely to be the case. Dice, legendary chunkers. Guess we're cosplaying a plumber. Yeah. Well, Halloween's coming up, so yeah. But that, do you know what the blessing is though? Like the toilet was obviously cooked for a bit, but I didn't need to go to the bath. I didn't need to shit. That, my friends, is, I'm a big shitter. That is a blessing that like I managed to avoid the worst case scenario, because we were like, we're gonna have to flush, right? We're gonna have to flush. It like it's pee. Yellow, leave it mellow. Yeah, sure, we'll take that. But brown, we are unfortunately gonna have to. We're gonna have to flush it down. But I didn't need to go, and I mean, I've been to the bathroom like half a dozen times this morning alone. Probably more than that. And God help me if I had to, if my tummy was doing backflips like that. Just shit in the sink. I'm not going to do that. But also, the bathroom sink was also blocked, so... Puffalozzi, thank you so much for the sub, man. I inherited a plunger with my condo, yeah. Look at Mr. Condo here, inheriting bathroom supplies, man. I just got, like, 30 keys from the guy that used to live here, that like, with no label on any of them, so I don't know where half of them go. I like didn't open the windows of this place for like probably the first 18 months, man, because I didn't know how to open them because they're all locked and I didn't know where the key was. A lightning orb. You know, for having level 2 difficulty, and also not having an XP tome, this run has been absolutely bonkers. Maybe it's got something to do with the fact that we have like crazy good anvils here. Good duration, sure. For the chunkers. Is this just Vampire Survivors but 3D? Yeah, but also Risk of Rain. It's Vampire Risk of Rain 2. Survivors. I'm gonna die. Ooh. The garden is the only option. I mean, I got no issue peeing in the garden. Like... Or in the sink, but like I wouldn't, and I'd rather not. But honestly, like I think my body went into preservation mode. Like it knew that we were in survival mode. It's a modern day. I went into modern day hunter gatherer, you know, like chromium hunter gatherer, because I was like, I can't pee, and I can't poo, because if I do, bad things will very truly surely happen. So I gotta relax on this one. I must preserve every single nutrient in my body. Waste but not a drop. You know what? We'll take the Monty Blood. I'm pretty chill with that. Oh, dude, we have a... What the hell? We have a legendary Microavi. Honestly, a lot of these are like kind of too good to give up. I'm actually quite happy with the combination that we have of them. Just find a little dark back alley. But then I'd be no better than a beast. Mine just forgot to give me the mailbox key. Do you know, I've been in this house for 5 years. 5 years this year. And I still get mail for the people that used to live here. I think like 8 months ago, I found like a really, I don't even remember where it was. I found like an ancient ass postcard that got sent. It was like it was a post, like I don't remember where I even found it. But it was like the most depressing postcard ever, and I think it makes it even sadder that it was sent like 2 years ago and never made its recipient, because it was like some person that used to live here, and it was like, oh, hope Merry Christmas, like hope you're having a good like time. My son passed away of cancer, like this year, and then hope you're having a good one. Catch up soon, whatever. And I was like, like this. What? I don't even know who this person is or where they live. I can't even get it to them. So like I was like, oh my god, this is maybe, I don't know, maybe some information. It was a bit fucked up that it was by postcard, and also there's no disrespect to the person breaking the news because it's their own grieving process and that's how they grieve. But like it was pretty fucking nonchalant the way they broke the news. I can't remember it exactly, but it was pretty like casual. And I was like, I feel like this should at least be a phone call and not like a postcard. It shouldn't be like all given on this amount of information. It feels like it's like at least like a 40-minute phone call where you like, you know, have a real conversation with somebody. But anyway, not my place to judge because it's their experience and their story to tell. But still, have I missed a video of Ball Pit? Now it's released. I released one video of Ball Pit. We may play some Ball Pit later, but we've got some other games to check out today. But of course, we're mega bonking right now. Honey, don't come in, I'm mega bonking. We can chill out a little bit here. But yeah, that was but I also get like even like this year I was getting, and the end of last year I was getting like terrified because whoever used to live here was on the same energy provider for like the gas and electricity that I am, and I'm getting letters and it's not addressed to like me, it's addressed to like the legal occupant, and it's saying that like, hey, by the way, you owe us like £1,000, and I'm like, what the fuck? No, I don't. Hello? And I'm scared, so I'm calling them up and I'm like, what's happening here? Like help me. And it turns out it's just like the guy who used to live here forgot to cancel his energy supplier, I guess, or whatever, and is now, you know, dealing with something. But it's obviously terrifying because it's me. I'm the same provider as me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do here. And I kept getting letters and I'd phone them up and be like, here, what's going on here, man? Like, I got nothing to do with this. Please stop sending me this. And they're like, oh, it's fine, just ignore it. And I'm like, I kind of can't, because it's like a scary letter every single time I get it. So like, but they stopped now, so maybe the guys figured it out. Probably not, but still. Level 144, 36,000 big bonking kills. Gotta see if we can just get her level. Wait, at least like an item or two up to max level, you know? Revolver. We're almost at max level for the chonker, which is not really the item that I would be looking to get to max, but like, still. I'm interested to see how well the dice did, by the way, as well. Because having everything on the dice scale is kind of bonkers, because it's scaling and crit chance with every time it rolls a 6. So that's kind of spicy. Where you at now? 37? Yeah. I've come to realize in my adult life that there is literally nothing ever good that comes in the form of a letter. Well, maybe like 4% of the time, maybe even lower, maybe like 1% of the time. Almost guaranteed you are getting something bad that's coming in letter form. It's the worst, man. I would like to like cement up my letterbox so that they can never send me another letter, and I can be like, no, sorry, I owe you money. No, I didn't receive it. Sorry, la la la. Put the equivalent of putting my fingers in my ears. A check? Who the fuck? No disrespect. Like sends checks via mail anymore, man. Huh? Surely no one. Sometimes AARP tries to bribe you $1. I've seen that they used to send people like $1 checks. I can't remember what happens if you cash it in though. I think it's a bad thing. I tell you what, sometimes, and this is the 1% talking, you get like a tax rebate or something. I've stacked up my tax rebates, so I think I cashed in like 3 or 4 tax rebates a couple months ago, because they were starting to pile up. It wasn't a lot. It's never a lot. The tax rebate is never a lot. It's like one's like $150. This is for like the business accounts and stuff like that as well. It's like $150, or like one's like $80 or something like that, and you're like, oh, nice, cool. But then you gotta let them pile up a little bit more to make it worth the trip, I think, because like they've shut down every Royal Bank of Scotland anywhere near me, so I have to you know, make it's like a 40-minute journey to get to the nearest one. There used to be one that was like around the corner from my mother, and it would be like a 45-second walk, and I'm like, now it's turned into like a salon or something. I'm just like, fuck. Give me luck. Epic dice. I thought we were a tax evasion community. Ramako's in the chat, by the way. He works for His Majesty's Revenue and Customs. So we're a tax evasion community when he's not here. But when he's here, we're law-abiding citizens. Dude, I pay my taxes, okay? Listen. Which is why, when I end up on the news for getting a microwave stuck on my head or something, I am well within my right to do so. I've paid more than enough taxes over the years. I am owed my healthcare. And I don't want to hear nothing about it either. Well, let's take that. I'm hoping for a magnet, but I don't think you're going to drop them, to be honest. The chonker's kind of going crazy. Why a microwave specifically? I don't know, just kind of, I was trying to think of like a stupid reason to be in hospital, and that one popped into my brain. If you could think of like something else, then by all means. We can go with that one instead. But for the time being, that's what I'm going for. A bucket perhaps? Potentially, yes. Like, it doesn't have to be like anything really. Just like an embarrassing reason to be in hospital. Something stupid that, you know, could happen to anybody. Revolver. You know what? We've actually got quite a lot of money. Maybe we should go open up some chests. Cursed grabbies. I'm gonna honestly decline. Oh, wait, there's a suck shrine up here. That's handy. Ooh, Soul Harvester legendary. I fight the urge to put a microwave in my head every day. Yeah. I get that. You ever like watch like the South Park episode where Randy puts his balls in the microwave and you're like, I wonder if it'd be like that. But like nobody's trying that shit. There's not we don't make scientists anymore. Sure. Let's stay here for a little bit longer. Yeah, when the whole time was bouncing on their balls. Yeah, that episode. I think that like the moral of the story was supposed to be like that's bad, but I would be willing to say there was and myself included, was a lot of guys that watched that scene and were like, that fuck it, that rocks, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Not worth trying, but oh, hold on a minute. We gotta time to leave, I think. I actually got like bounced into there, which can only mean bad things are coming on the horizon. However, I think I thought I'll put it at. Okay, we're like one level off, which is like kind of sad, but maybe we could get there if it gives us a revolver right now. Right now. Yeah! Maxed out weapons. Okay, phase 1 done. Oh my god, that is... I can't tell if that's a really good, like... Oh, bloody hell. I can't tell if that's a really good pattern for the pylons, or if it's really... Can't tell if it's good or bad. Being all right next to each other, but it does mean that the boss is gonna, like, literally just wander over and become a problem very quickly. During my sickness, I started watching Riverdale, by the way. It's like cringe, but in a good way. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Did take me like until season 2 to be like, oh my god, dude, it's based on the Archie comics. I was like, why does this guy being called Jughead sound so familiar? Youch, can I see? You're that far gone, are you? What's wrong with Riverdale, man? I've heard bad things. But like, it's like good bad things. Like, it's insane. How did you not know that? I don't know, man. I just never like cared about Riverdale or watched it. But I'm watching it now. Like, B wanted to show me it, so I was like, yeah, let's go. Oh my god. That was very close to me being absolutely smashed about there. An easy dub. Can't even see myself because of the chonkers. Did they make it, or did I make it, that there's like oh, particle. Dude, they've made some... Dude, I can see! Oh my god. They made it so you can see the game. That's a crazy addition. Level 205. We actually ended up having a very good level in this run. Well, not very good, but like exceptionally good for having absolutely no experience upgrades whatsoever, except for maybe like a couple from like the Chaos Tome, or maybe a couple from like the Charge Shrines. It's pretty good. Let's have a look at what we're working with here. Run complete. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, Dice did 4.9 billion. Dice goes crazy, actually, man. I don't know if it gets a chance to scale. Grandma's Secret Tonic doing its work as per usual. I don't blame the chunkers for like not doing damage though, because they were like, I think they were dying before they even got a chance to get in at me. So that's cool. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Really appreciate it. If you want to see more modded Megabonk, please comment down below some other stuff you like to see. As well as that, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. I'll see you all next time. Bye!